Hi, it's Anne, the Frugal Chef. I hope you're doing really well today. Let's make a chocolate cake today. Easy chocolate cake with a delish frosting. What else can we ask for? Let's make this. As always, I'm going to give you grams for this in the printed recipe, which is always underneath the video. It'll also have a link where you can go print this. I have 2½ cups of all-purpose flour in here, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. So we're going to whisk this for about a minute. If you prefer, you can sift this. So I'm going to be using this special dark cocoa, but you don't have to. This is what I have. I'm not trying to promote it or anything. I just want to show you because my cake is probably going to be pretty dark, and I want you to make sure that you don't think something's wrong with yours. But just as long as you're using an unsweetened cocoa powder for this recipe, you're going to be fine. So I added 2/3 cup of that cocoa powder in here. So I'm just going to switch to my electric beater, which I'm going to use anyway. On low, I'm just going to beat this for a minute. Now I'm going to add 2/3 cups of sugar. We'll mix that in. Okay, now I'm going to add 2/3 cups of oil. By the way, if you're using olive oil, make sure it's not virgin olive oil because your cake will taste like olives. 1 cup of water, and this is just room temperature water. And ½ cup of very strong coffee, which is cooled down. And finally, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to mix this in. I am now going to add 4 large eggs at room temperature. We're going to beat these in for about 2 minutes. I'm now going to transfer this to a rectangular 9x13 cake pan. Obviously this cake pan was already prepared, you know, nicely oiled and a little flour. So we're just going to bang this a little bit against the counter so to get rid of all the air bubbles. Alright, this is going to go into an oven that's been preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 176 centigrade. I'm going to check it in 30 minutes. If it's ready, you know, if I have a clean cake pan, I'll bring it out. Otherwise, I will leave it in there and check it every 5 minutes until it's done. Okay, this cake is ready. Now, we're going to let it cool down on a cooling rack for about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes inside the cake pan, and then we'll unmold it. We're going to unmold our cake now. I just put the cooling rack on top. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to let it cool down completely on this rack. Okay, so I inverted my cake onto the tray that I'm going to serve it in. I am going to make little holes all over this cake. Alright, I'm going to soak this in a 1/4 cup of my homemade Irish cream. You can use Amaretto, Kahlua, obviously store-bought Irish cream for this. You can also use simple syrup. You can use simple syrup with orange juice. Simple syrup that, you know, you can infuse it with orange peels. You know, whatever you want. You can also use the syrup that fruits come in, like, you know, peaches. That'd be fine. Or nothing. It's moist enough, but I do want it to get more moist. So I'm very, very, very slowly going to pour that on. We're going to let this soak for about 30 minutes before we put any frosting on it. So I'm melting 4 ounces or 113 grams of semi-sweet chocolate with 4 tablespoons of butter in this bowl over some simmering water. You can use any chocolate you want for this recipe. It can be milk chocolate if you prefer. I am going to sift 3 cups of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar or icing sugar into this bowl. I'm going to sift and then measure until I have, you know, make sure I have 3 cups. Now I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of hot milk to my sifted sugar. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and the chocolate. And we're going to beat until it's creamy. All right, we are going to now cover our cake with this. This cake looks so nice. It's got that beautiful sheen from the Irish cream. You know, this frosting will last you for up to a week in a closed container, and you can obviously use it for any cake you want. It will harden, so if you want to use it and it's hard, you just need to throw it in the microwave for, you know, half a minute, soften it, and you can use it, okay? You can see how this frosting is already setting, and it's, you know, getting stiffer. It's beautiful, so easy too. You could serve this cake with just some powdered sugar on top as well. That tastes really nice. You know, just simply sift some powdered sugar on top and serve it. It's very nice like that. One of my friends gave me this spatula here in Guam. It's a Tupperware. I love it. Thank you, Anna. So see, all I have to do is just run this on the side here, and it'll pick up all the excess. I am just gonna clean the board, you know. You do the same with your plate, platter, whatever you're using, just so that there's nothing on it, you know, no excess. I am using a wet paper towel. So here's our cake, guys. The frosting has set, like I told you, that frosting is excellent. So easy to make. It goes really well with this. The cake is nice and moist. It is so chocolatey. Oh my goodness. As I told you, it is kind of very, very dark because of the cocoa powder I used, but if you use regular cocoa powder, it's not going to be this dark. It's still going to be excellent. This is so good. If you like chocolate, or if you like chocolate cake, you are going to love this. It is very, very, very nice. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did and you give me a like, thank you so much. And if you share and comment, that would be awesome. I will have this recipe on the website waiting for you guys to come and print it. In the meantime, be well, my friends. Eat well without going broke. I'm going to see you soon.